Hello everyone, this is CDUI part. Unscrambling friction out of our golfing imaginary requires first a straightforward face-on interpretation of reality. The single-arm, pendular, easy-moving or sweeping back and forth about one pivot in an inclined plane has been the mechanical, widely accepted, simplest convenient paradigm of our past golf swing vision imaginary. I don't want to prick your balloon, but it's about time someone told you two important facts. One, the pendulum is not and does not qualify even as one of the basic classical or neoclassical machines. And two, because it's totally ineffective, the pendulum is incapable of supplying power to move or accelerate a golf club. Barely touch the thing, it stops useless. Let me explain how such interpretative loss in our imaginary could have happened. See my arm sweeping back and forth? I know the first most simplistic primary evident explanation you can pose is that my arm is a pendulum, and perhaps even a very powerful one. Hey, it looks like a pendulum, right? So who would dare questioning it is a pendulum? Well, with all due respect and appreciation for your well-minded intentions, I cannot see a pendulum. What I do see is two shoulders, evidently reciprocating up and down. Furthermore, you know what I really see? I see dozens of my neck and back muscles moving my clavicle bars, pivoting them about my sternoclavicular joint, that in turn makes for the elevation, depression of my shoulder joint, that at the very end, as a final mechanical resultant, create a sweeping motion in my arm. But can I write a paper stating that this is a pendulum? Don't worry, I know what went wrong. We just need to separate appearance from reality. See this bar? I agree it sweeps easy back and forth like a simple pendulum. Now, see these two bars? Yeah, right. They both move like a dual pendulum described in many golf scientific journals. But our problem is that just looking or isolating one resultant apparent motion from its originated and factual cause, in this case the rotating motor linked to specific jointed bars, as I'm showing you now, leads us to misleading conclusions, these to ill-fated conceptions, and this is how we end up with extremely conflicted and unreal pendular inclined golf swing gestures. Remember I told you to first see what is really under the hood? I have more news for you. In terms of human body mechanics, relativity has a very important role on how we perceive things. Please watch the golf club I am firmly grabbing against my shoulders. As a golfer, I know you are measuring and observing its resultant trajectory or position distance relative to the ball on the ground. But let me ask you a question. Did you observe that relative to me, the originator, the club did not move at all? So at the end, did it move or did it not? Just think about it and keep it in mind while you see this instructional model I have now for you. See how relative to the door and to ground, the red arm is restricted to move vertically up and down while rotating about its own pivot? Now, can you see how the door, relative to ground, can only rotate horizontally about its hinge? Well, look what happens when they each do its thing simultaneously. The mind plays tricks. Your most probable or wishful golfer conclusion is that the red arm is moving in an inclined Hungarian plane. Am I wrong? Yet, what I personally see is a red arm moving strictly in a vertical direction, because it cannot be any other way. Back to the question, did it go inclined or did it move vertical? See the point? Before we go on, I can't help making an unrelated but important parenthesis here. I must let you know about it because it is the source of many false ideals and visual illusions. The line you see in this picture is not and cannot represent a plane. It is just a line drawn at will and chance in a static instantaneous studio photography. That absolutely tells me nothing realistic whatsoever about the past or eventual trajectory of any element generated in the real 3D interaction field of the limitless versatility of human dynamics. What is the point? Nothing really, but shouldn't we just cut it off? Anyway, time has come and now it's time to face two consequent, compelling questions. 1. If it cannot be a pendulum in an inclined plane, why insist on acting as one? And 2. The originator of my obsessive realism. If it is not a pendulum, what is it? Can you imagine? Wouldn't it be great if you find out? For now, this is my conclusion. Rather than modeling and emulating visual kinematic illusions, discovering the hidden real activating machine is crucial. From now on, finding the golf swing mechanical kinetic reality, its originating causality, not its visual appearance, must be our goal. Deal? This is CGUI. See you in the next Unraveling the Golf Swing Mechanical Reality video. Take care. Bye.